Hello and welcome back to TheHereticSpot plays Tyranny. Let's continue where we left off after our conquest and being trapped in that area with another edict to destroy some more archons. The waiting time and the loading time is quite long. But should be done anytime, so any second now, any second. And for the time being, we can listen to that wonderful melancholic dark theme music. Well, that is still a good loading while. And just so you know, my computer is loading the hell out of the game. Ah, here we go. Yes, right. We came through last time. And we got a reward. Ah, look at that, a beautiful sword. Just... Yes, that looks epic. So, what does she want, Aurora? Curious, the Overlord be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I feared the valley was sealed with you on the other side. The disfavored warrior claps her gauntlet to her breastplate, the traditional salute of her legion. Ah, there's some tutorials for conversations as well. I read that already on my um, stream I had a few days ago, so I will just click through it and you can pause the video if you like to just read it if it's interesting. Gained a favor and more tutorials stuff. Okay, that was too fast. Ha ha ha. Movement controls, those are pretty much the basics. Game pause, day night cycle. The commander wouldn't say why the governor of the Lycian's Crossing would be coming, but since we have no forges here, I imagine you are here to knock some sense into the voice of Nerat. She catches herself, clearing her throat with a smile. I mean, mediate with the Archons, so that we might agree on a plan to wipe out the Oathbreakers. The disfavored... Oh, gain major favor. Yes, of course. Ah, I'm getting loads of favors from this guy. But on a personal note, it is good to see another Harbinger. By Kyros, will most of our old invasion force still Most of our old invasion force still lives, but most of us have been scattered across the tiers, reassigned as needs change. I miss those days, when there was so much battle ahead of us, so much glory still to be won. But I know the Archons are expecting you. Don't let me wax nostalgically about the old days. We can glare silently at this. Look how this guy glares at this posture. I'm glaring at you. Um, well, since I have a law option, or a skill option for conversation, I will probably take this one because most of the time skill options are quite good to find something out or have get something out of a conversation, like perhaps more getting more points or more favors with that action. Can you hear that hum in the air? That glow around the rocks? The avalanche is Kyros magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. Oh, I got even experience. Your senses see more than mine. Good Fate Binder. I do not pretend to know much about such things, but if that was Kyros magic and you are here on important business, well, you don't have to be the Archon of Secrets to guess that you're here to proclaim an edict. What does Kyros have in store for the enemy? 10 years of festering plague? An edict of twisted bones? Let's see what else she has to say. I'll glare silently. A nervous smile creeps over her as she waits for a response that doesn't arrive. I'm asking questions beyond my stations. She dips low, trembling as she bows. Forgiveness, please. Well, you have traveled a long way. I won't keep you further. I'm sure the Archons will want to hear from you. Her voice falls silent. Her attention snaps eastwards with alarm. Did you hear that? More runners, third time this week. The Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountains to gather help from outside the valley. She points over the collapsed pass by which you arrived, but they're a bit too late for that now. Come, let's see these Oathbreakers a good fight. Let's show these Oathbreakers a good fight. Not see. My God. Ah, our first battle. I'm kind of lazy and not reading this part, I know. So, let's see. We have this guy here. Why not give him a good shield bashing, huh?
On it.
And there he is dazed. But yes. But this guy has a good amount of health. Well, let's give him some more trouble. And those rings, which move above my head, those are the attack cycles. I need that time for a new attack. That had to really knock some sense into this guy. Take it all. And more tutorials. skills can increase as well. Okay, I will have a look at that. Yeah, a very important key, the tab key. See all those options. As you can see, there's something here. Desiccated corpse lying the road of victory to Vendrien's well. An example of the fate that awaits those who resist Kiro's will. The ancient Weeping Mother statue pays homage to the Queen Lucaris. First of her name, fresh water comes flowed from the statue. But when Kiros forced attacks Vendrien's well in 429, the statue began weeping blood, as has done so ever since. That is evil. There's secrets. I have good athletics, so I can use the rope. Examine. Talk. Take a better look at the talk. The talk possesses a number of small grooves. It otherwise appears fairly ordinary. Take. Oh, did you see that? I have a law of 35, meaning just the right amount of law to take it.
Got it.
Stuff. Subterfuge +4. So, let's see. Skills can rank up. Where is my one-handed weapon? 33. I'm pretty sure I had it on 32. That probably comes through a weapon. Character low health enemy charges low health enemies with energy, triggering violent explosion on death. Oh, okay. If I have a group actually standing there and it explodes in the end, well, that can do some damage, I guess. That is great. My quest log. Spell creation. Oh yes, we can create spells actually, which is kind of nice. You see that symbol here? The symbol consists of two symbols, what is the core and the expression, which is explained here in this following text. So let's see, you have that X and so this one symbol and something that is we don't have another accent which resembles to this part actually. It's something like a double V. Wow, look at that. So, that's a core. Yes. This one, I only had that choice as core, since I am atrophy. And then there's the X part, which is this symbol we already have. I don't have. We don't have anything else. was that? Vitality +1. I take it immediately. That might be important. Vitality is always important. Vitality is life. This was... That's... Okay, don't have party members yet. We can have formations. It's awesome. And campfires, where we can rest and regain health and everything. Well, let's see what the other guys are doing over here. The avalanche has blocked. I think you could fit through. You should be vigilant and deal with the remaining Oathbreakers in the pass. Okay, let's see. Carry on. Let's use that stone. I have good athletics. Let's push it.
On it.
That was well given.
Sorry, can't.
Sorry, can't, because I'm doing that. Right. She got to the other side as well now.
Take that! Right.
One thing is if you do an attack with an ability or something, you have to point on the bottom ring. You can't just mouse on the character, you have to point on the bottom ring. Yes, yeah. Have a sting. That looks quite violent.
Moving cautiously.
Where did she now go? I thought she was accompanying me and trying to find those characters. Yes, I was down there already. Are you lost? Oh, watch this flank of the pass go northeast. Ah, just don't talk to me, woman. The once pure water of Queen Lycara's tears has run red with blood since Kyros force invaded. Yep. Pretty invasive. Let's go further down the road.
Quite down.
Several skulls bleached by the sun and picked clean by carrion birds are spiked on roughly hewn posts. It is the only heraldry the Scarlet Crows needs. Oh, if you say so. Scarlet Crows seem to be pretty badass, aren't they? Oh.
Try and catch me, worm.
Look at that, Scarlet Crow's soldier. She seems pretty badass. And she did as well. Had a voice line, which is awesome. A young Skull Fury weaves around the Vendrien guard. Attackers avoiding their weapons with fluid grace. She nods to acknowledge you. The Sun Soldier. A breathless enemy soldier passes a glance to her countrymen. This one's crazy. Too much lead in her water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Ha! Fate Finder. Here at last. Care to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery?
She nods to the armed soldiers bearing down on her. Of course I join the battle. For the realm of Apex, charge! The Vendrian guards level their weapons and advance. Well, look at that, there's an archer. Me not like archer. Oh yes, and we have now a combo attack. That's actually quite amazing that two characters can have a combo attack of one guy dealing way more damage. We should use that immediately, one per encounter.
I'm not here to make friends. Ah! 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 Hope you fancy red.
What's that? Let's try this. Burn iron. That was a wonderful explosion. It's cool. First thrust both of her weapons into the target, penetrating armor. That sounds quite effective. And I am using my magic to weaken this guy.
On it.
Phew. I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent.
The fighter surveys the fresh corpse and nods with satisfaction.
I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrien guard we killed didn't come alone.
She gestures to the skirmish unfolding in the pass below, shaking her head. Well, she does.
A Scarlet Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see more than a few of us around camp, but don't let that fool you. We're a rare breed. Most of the soldiers in the Scarlet Chorus are little more than farmers and children armed with rusted forks. Makes them easier to control. The voices of Nerat called his best fighters to this siege. There must be something important about Vendrien's well, though don't ask me what. The Archon isn't in the habit of spilling secrets.
Oh, well, I'm ready when you are.
Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
I see a point. Nice and practical.
No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes. For the voices of Nerat!
Verse furrows her brow and focuses down on the battle to come. So, let's see. We have some loot going on. Well, on this page you can actually select where the loot will go, into my treasure chest or onto a character. This time I choose a character because there might be something useful. Oh, and I had AoE loot as well, which was kind of amazing. So we have a Scarlet Fury helm, and since she's a Scarlet Fury, then she has a helm. This is scroll, lesser sigil of reaching gasp. It's higher law, that is something I can do. And she is actually level 2. That's quite good. I'm still at level 1. I'm really paid by now. He's a badass and one of the badasses in the army, and she's level 2 and I'm level 1. Just how much badass I
On
am
it.
at the moment. Oh yes, and you can mark those characters to move them. Or just
Right.
mark one.
Can't do that.
And as there's also a Steam message, but the fight is up ahead. Oh god, what do they want? Ah! Well, I'm not playing on Steam, it seems. I forgot. Tarkus demos. Eyes forward, no looking back. The Vendrian guard warrior roars with his folks held high. His words largely lost over the din of combat. Stand aside, our funeral will be over the side of the bluff. I'm sorry, that was so. Stand aside, or your funeral will be over the side of the bluff. That makes more sense. That would have been funny. Seeing you squarely in his path, the soldier points his weapon your way. Well, as I see this guy, I'm sorry. This is actually one of the enemy factions, so I will not be the genius villain who applauds like Loki would and tell him that he should stand down because he will die. I will just roughly tell him that he can go elsewhere. Then we'll settle this with bronze. The warrior points towards you, ordering his men to advance. These fools don't know when to stop. I like that. Charge! Tarkus Demos. As he signals his men to charge, the sound of chanting rises from the south, drawing his attention. Scarlet Chorus, reinforcements, hurry! That looks like a full party. Mocking Blaze. Run down the Oathbreakers, let none escape. From the red mob of reinforcements from the south, a blood chanter emerges, and at the heat of the rebel, the ornamental crest of her staff pulsing with crimson tones. Signing sigils of magic and wordlessly moving her mouth, the blood chanter scribes a series of spells into the air. A red glow surrounds the Vendrian guard warriors as the chanter's magic worms its way into the minds, blinding them with rage. Tarkus Demos. Hold position, all of you! You there! Keep to the path! The warrior gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn their attention to the Scarlet Chorus' roaring challenge. No! Don't engage them! We need to run! His orders falling on deaf ears. The warrior reluctantly re-dies his weapon. Readies his weapon. Oh my god!
Come at.
Well, that was something. Companion combos.
At me.
This was pretty damn badass. But I think I will take this a healing potion. She can do all these.
You got it.
You shield bash this guy. There he goes. That was a bit difficult, the battle, but we did it anyway. Oh, look at that. It is favored. A crescent runner. Come, quick! We have a situation on the cliffside. They have our command. They have the commander. Oh, that is a down. That's a downer. She captured the commander. Oh, and the health.
Quite down.
It's quite nice, actually. Check those armors. What do we have here? Skulls. Weapons and armor are strewn haphazardly around the cart. Every blade shows signs of rust, and every piece of armor needs repair. That someone cowers over there. So, what about the boots? So good, I would say. It's everything unnecessary. Chest. Broken armor. I think broken armor is something you can use for crafting. Let's see. Pelox Terrell. Stow your weapons, or we find out how long a man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Cornered between the... Oh, that was something. Cornered between a precipitous drop and a band of angry soldiers, the Oathbreaker warrior holds his favorite officer at knife point. Justice. Skewer him. Worry not for me. Graven Ash will protect. The disabled officer winces, blood seeping from the seams of his braces and cuirass. Mocking Blaze. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use the little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? Peroxero. This blade? With a jerk of the knife, he slices a lump of Justice's meta hair. If you're so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Let's see what options we have. We can say release a prisoner, and you might know the inside of a cell. That's not a bad view. We can use athletics. Lower your weapon, then charge forward when the rest of the knife and wrest the knife from him. The favored gain minor favor. Skalkuros gain minor favor. That both looks good. Attack. We have to help Justice. Gain minor favor and gain minor wrath. Another attack. Here you hurt Justice. Let him die. Well, since I have athletics, I will use that. You gained favor of Skalkuros, you gained favor of the Third, you gained 66 athletic skill experience. Woohoo! The Oathbreaker cracks a white smile as you lower your weapon. That's right. Now the rest of you, drop those weapons. With his attention on the others, you dash forward. He reaches out with his dagger to slay Justice, but your hand is already on his wrist. With a wrenching twist, you mangle his hand, dropping the dagger harmlessly to the ground. The disfavored warriors rush forward from either side of you. Terrell barely manages a strained gasp before being hacked in and impaled upon their swords and spears. I'm a bloody hero of those evil guys. Oh yes. Kyros be praised that Oathbreaker fought with the rage of Khan himself. Justice slides a trembling hand along the cut on his neck. Thank you, Fatebinder. I thought today was my last. From the look of it, I guess they thought from the look of it. Guess they thought if they swarmed the pass, maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. Justice holds out a handful of crumpled parchment for your inspection. A student of letters, such as yourself, should be able to make sense of this. Ah, he can't read. I'm not an asshole, I just read it. I should be an asshole actually, but not this time. Repeating the same message in different writing scripts, the parchment explains that the Vendrien guards desire to overthrow Kyros' archons and rout their armies from the tiers. The page aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the younger realms to gather at Vendrien's Well. Recruitment materials. They were trying to bring more traitors to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out of the valley. Whatever they hoped to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you're ready, leave by the gate to the southeast and follow the trails down the slope for a few hours. You'll see the campfire's leaks away. Can't miss it. I think I would have known that. But apparently you had to tell me. Accessoire. That goes here. And those go there. No? Ah, yeah. I'm not trying to get that just because I can't get there. I can't get over here, and I can't get over here. My guess is I have to go somewhere up here and follow the line. I have no idea. I don't know. But apparently to get there, I need to do something else. Or not. They're just... well, that is something new. First, let's go over here, because we should talk to them as well. But I see I have now 40 minutes on the timer, and for this session I think we are done. I hope you liked it. If the reading annoys you or the wannabe voice acting what I do, just tell me in the comments and I'll see you in the next time when it says that the Heretic Spot plays Tyranny. Goodbye.